Hey, I'm Sean, one of the leaders for Secret Agency DAO, and want to take a few minutes to introduce you to what we're up to, why it matters, and how you can be involved. So, Secret Agency DAO, we are activating the secret community to champion Web3 privacy. And this mission is much more than just a hollow agreement with the tenet of privacy. We believe that everyone who resonates with Secret Mission also has the chance to contribute to that mission. And that's really where the secret agency comes in. So we like to say that every agent has a mission. In other words, everyone has unique skills and energy that they can bring to the cause of Web3 privacy. And we are the community pathway to help activate those contributions and make that possible. Once somebody onboards into Agents HQ, as we call it, that really opens you into this beehive of activity. There are 9+ different working groups at this point, spanning beta testing, education, social media presence, international growth, university relations, and more. And then this agent's headquarters also has digital learning pathways like Secret School to help people get up to speed on the ecosystem so that they can be accurate and informed as they make their contributions. So my story, just for an example, a little bit of context, about 2 years ago, I took a red pill, which is a familiar analogy for crypto, I know, hopefully not too played out for me to borrow that. Red pill, blue pill, I took the red pill. I was beginning to read and learn about Bitcoin, and at the same time, a friend reached out to me and actually gifted me some crypto. He showed me how to set up a wallet, how to get started. And the realization that struck me pretty quickly was this, is crypto is the chance to reclaim extreme ownership of my financial future. It felt so much different than my IRA with Edward Jones, right? And maybe you have had a similar sentiment, a similar feeling as you got into crypto. And it was about a half a year later in one of my Telegram chats, someone mentioned Secret. And so I started learning and digging in, and this mission of privacy for Web3 immediately resonated for me. And I became a secret agent. I started attending the education working group calls, and I raised my hand for an open project to create this slideshow that was needed. And I didn't realize it at the time, but it was, if it were possible, it was basically another red pill moment. Because the first moment in my crypto story was reclaiming extreme ownership of my financial future. And then a few months later, taking on this open project with Secret Agency, that was the first step in reclaiming extreme ownership of my career. And I didn't have previous work experience in tech or crypto, but I knew enough to know what I was good at and then be willing to articulate that value to the right people. So it was a DM where I said, I'm a strong communicator, I'm a great learner. Here's how I can add value to the secret community right now. Fast forward 14 months, and I'm full-time in crypto, doing work that fits with my strengths at a pace that serves the lifestyle that I want to live, which is typified by health in every facet of my being. So I get to take walks and shoot hoops and lift weights during the day. And a little secret for you here, I often will do that even during my meetings if I don't have to talk too much anyway. And so I have margin to think and breathe and reflect during the day. And that's part of the beauty of the secret agency is, along with many other Web3 projects, this is the chance to jump in on a revolutionary approach to your career path. These opportunities really break the mold of a traditional approach to work. And there are two different playbooks for your career. I want to break those down here. The story of Web 2 work is you get into a long line, you strive to be chosen, hope you get noticed. If you're chosen, you pay your dues, you prove your worth, all in this effort that one day you can climb this hierarchical ladder and have made it, whatever that means. And as part of my career, before Secret, even having served as an executive coach to almost 100 senior leaders in some of the most esteemed companies in big tech, I will just say that a massive trend of almost every single one of these leaders is that very often they might agree that their life doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the company. And the demands of the role stretch far beyond their capacity to live as whole, well, healthy people that are aligned with their deepest values, which is why they were talking to me in the first place. And in many cases, this Web 2 playbook, you are forced to amputate parts of yourself in order to play by the rules of this cookie cutter system. And that isn't unilaterally true, but it is pervasively true. It's also possible to lose yourself and work unsustainably and be unhealthy in Web3 too. But it is pervasive in the hierarchical organizational structures that characterize Web2. Now, the story of Web3 work, this playbook, it's very, very different. The moment you invest in a token and a project that you believe in, objectively speaking, you are now a co-owner of the project. But even more than that, through a program like Secret Agency, you have the opportunity to become a co-founder by rolling up your sleeves and bringing your unique contribution to the project. So using my story and the dozens and dozens of stories that I've seen through the Secret Agency, let's talk about how that plays out. So the first step is to really learn and immerse in the project, chatting with people, making connections, jumping into the middle of a network that looks like this versus standing in a line or waiting in a waiting room, hoping that you're chosen. So then you can begin to engage immediately and make small contributions when it's possible and when you see the opportunity. And as you do that and you're learning and you're growing and you're connecting, you can identify the needs and the growth opportunities for the project. You might see structural or operational deficiencies where you actually have the opportunity to bring your core strengths into those areas. Then the final piece that's very critical is knowing how to communicate that. So if you communicate and articulate how your strengths bring value to those areas, people will pay and compensate for your value in Secret Agency, in new applications built on Secret, or elsewhere, wherever you might decide to lay down your roots and immerse, right? So here's the invitation. You can step out of line. You can stop waiting to be chosen. You can choose yourself for the work you want to do. This is an invitation to take extreme ownership of your career by handcrafting your contribution to the Secret ecosystem. And there are really two different expressions of what this could look like. Path one, maybe there's an application that you learned about today or will hear about, and you think, wow, I would love to be a part of that. So follow that process. Learn, immerse in the project, connect with the community, engage immediately and make small contributions where it's possible. Identify the needs and the growth opportunities for the project based off of your unique perspective, and then communicate how your strengths bring value. That's the playbook. Path number two is it's ready-made, it's proven, it's the path that I walked, is become a secret agent. Working groups are available. You jump into this beehive of activity and you will connect with the people who will help you make your best contribution, because that's what Secret Agency exists for. So that's, I think, the next step for many of you to follow that playbook if it sounds at all like something that you want to jump into. So just visit scrt.network/agents. That will help onboard you into the HQ and open up these channels and help us understand how you're interested in contributing. Thanks for being here today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the summit. These are the emails for the other leads who are helping shape the Secret Agency. Please reach out to me or to anyone on this list who looks familiar or you might happen to know is leading a group that you're interested in. We look forward to helping you and every agent make their best contribution to the cause of Web3 privacy. Thanks.